So if you're seeing me, that means that you resonate with this message. February 17th, the eclipse, and the beginning of the year of the horse. This is like an observation, a reflection you've been going through over the last 9 years. The connections that you've had, the jobs that you've had, the way you were living, the way 9 years ago you were moving into this place of leadership, but you didn't know it. You didn't know that you were being positioned to really be seen and stand out. Because you had a hard time with being seen and standing out. It took you these last 9 years to communicate clearly as you do today. It was rough. You had to let go of control. You had an ego death. You had a dark night of the soul. You were in abusive and toxic situations. You started to see who was your friend and who wasn't. You started to really feel alone. Alone. You didn't feel very supported by people in your life. Not all, but most. You had a lot of people in your life growing up. You hung out with different types of groups, different types of people. You just really never fit. You wanted to, you tried to, but it was always counterproductive for you. I want to tell you, you went through those situations and those experiences so you could be where you're at today on a platform or on a screen or with your music or your art or your public speaking, whatever your purpose or role or what you're driven and excited about to do today. You healed your disappointment. You healed your heart. Yeah, the scars are there, the memories are there. But you did the work. Like, you really showed up for yourself and you didn't want to. You really didn't want to. And you weren't showing up for yourself to get a congratulations or a pat on the back or like a, hey, look at me. You didn't set yourself off to be different than anybody else. But you've known your whole life that you were different. Maybe you're somewhere on the spectrum or you're ADHD or a combination of both, and maybe you've never even had a diagnosis. You just know you're different, the way that you have had to adapt to the world like a chameleon. And you have such powerful energy. Your energy was very chaotic for a very long time. It would go from one spectrum to another spectrum to another spectrum, depending on the people you're around or what you were into at that time. Your healing journey has just been so vibrant and sad at the same time. The scars you carry don't harm you anymore. You know they're there. You don't ignore it. But it's not your identity. It's not your labels. You know who you are today. You understand that you are a soul having the human experience, and you're remembering your past experiences. You know that your higher self is guiding you right now in this moment. You spent a lot of time in hermit mode, connecting with yourself, with the self, remembering the self, sparking the soul, just seasoning yourself. The time spent in hermit mode has never been wasted with you. You don't live for others anymore. You live for you. You focus on what is aligned, what really works. Because I don't know if you're one. I get this impression you probably aren't one of those people that have ever felt like you fit in 9 to 5 work. Like, I know you've adapted and I know you've became good at things over time. I just don't get the impression that you're the 9 to 5 type of punch the clock person. And you used to get condemned and ridiculed for quitting jobs and trying something else out. You kind of bounce a lot, which is okay. There's nothing absolutely wrong with that. You're here to create a new foundation, a new structure, a new existence, a new environment. And you're meant to lead. You're meant to be an example. You are an example. You had to learn how to take compliments. You had to learn how to embody gratitude. There's so much that you had to learn. When you really are sitting there thinking about what the last 9 years have been like, it's huge for you. It's huge. But you found self-love, self-care, self-aware. You never stopped loving people. Even the people that hurt you, you're one of those people you do forgive, and you hold a lot of love within you when it comes to people you've encountered over time. You understand and understand that everybody's just a reflection of you. And you just kept meeting these versions of energy of different souls that mirrored you. And how they mirrored you was what you didn't like, or what you needed to learn or grow through or overcome. And you've done these things. In the way that you assess everything you're observant, you're the type of individual who would show up to a gathering and sit in the corner and I want to say dissect energy like a surgeon almost. Like, I'm not going to go over there, but I'll go over there. I know I'm supposed to go over there. Your intuitive direction, the confirmations of security and protection that you've embodied since discovering that you're an observer. You're here to watch. You're meant to move in the background, but not always. Now, over these next 9 years, you're meant to be out in front. You're meant to lead, not because your ego or your pride wants you to, because you have a message, you have an example, you have a power within you that your key helps others find their key to unlock their fire, their abundance, their truth, their healing, their path. And you are so focused on transformation. You've transformed your reality. You've transformed your life. And I know you're like, well, when I look around, it doesn't look any different. But it is. It really is. It's so different for you. Just pay attention. You need to get out more. Nature's calling you. Connecting with people, it's calling you. There's someone that you love You have a lot of love for this person. It didn't work out between you and them. You were their catalyst for their awakening, for the realization of the reflection that you were to them. It definitely resonates like twin flame, mirrored soul. You still pick up on this person's energy, their feelings, their experiences. And they do too when it comes to you. It's a powerful cord connection. It's like they are you and you are them. This lifetime, it can work. It can work as long as they do what they need to do for themselves. And they have a hard time doing that. I feel like they've been through a lot of narcissistic abuse from like an actual narcissist. They want to be open emotionally. They do. They just don't know how to. And there's a strong possibility that they are actually learning how to do that. It's okay to miss people. It's okay to remember their smile and how they smelled and how they felt. It's normal. But it's not for you to go and seek out. So don't go seek it out. If it's meant to come back, it will. Twin flame has separations because of how powerful the mirror is between you and them. And my biggest takeaway from you in the last 9 years is the choice to love yourself, to prioritize yourself, to feel however you want to feel, to take care of yourself however you feel like you need to take care of yourself. Like I said, you're so focused on your transformation. You don't drown in feelings anymore, and you don't drown in thoughts. You have endurance. You're very connected to the animal world. And being that it's the year of the horse is very significant. It's very significant when it comes to the road you're traveling, because it's going to move fast, strong, and you're not going to get tired. The last year and a half, last year, you have been exhausted beyond exhaustion for no absolute reason. And during that whole time, you were weaving, you were transforming, you were supported, and you broke free from the illusions, self-created, and the illusions that you experience from the world around you. And you stayed focused on the future. But you are very present. You're a very present-minded individual. Like, you are grounded here. But you are assessing like, hey, I gotta go that way. I gotta do this. I gotta travel. I gotta start a business. You understand your circle of life. It's your journey. It's your imagination. Whatever you want to create, you can have. You're meant for that bag. You're meant for that abundance. You are the wealth. You are the true wealth. You're a magnet for it. Honor your ancestors. Give tobacco. Put out fruits and vegetables for the animals. Offer your spirit plates to the passed on loved ones, those ancestors. You've reached a place of completion in your life. You have found success. And maybe you're like, well, where is it? You're it. You are the success. You don't have to look for it. You don't have to look for it. This is your time of abundance. This is your time to reap a reality that is so divinely aligned with your purpose. Honor yourself. Honor your ancestors. Honor the earth. Take care of the elderly. Take care of the children. Protect the children. Protect the women. And awaken the men. If you're a masculine watching this, you're different. You're different than the regular old male. You have awakened. Your feminine is fully awake. You're balanced. You're level. You're complete. You're a safe space. And the way you speak to other men, they feel safe and they allow themselves to be that little boy. What I mean by this is they're not afraid, or they don't need to defend themselves when they're around you. They understand the boundaries when it comes to what's happening, how and when they speak to you. Their inner child's at peace. They become very secure. They have the realization, like I said earlier, the key. Your key directs them to their key, to a realization, to come out of the shadow and into a light, to overcome their fears. Your abundance is literally your gratitude, and how you help others release and how you have released and processed. Companionship will show up. Will it be the twin flame, the counterpart, the soulmate? It's gonna be the right fit. This person's just going to fit. And they're beautiful. And you are beautiful. Anything else? So just continue to have your willpower flex in the direction of gratitude, abundance, and prosperity, and there's nothing that can stop you. Just use your discernment. All right, goodbye.